Part 2 gnocchi dough is prepared. It has the blended flour and 4 eggs and a lot of all-purpose to create this big massive dough ball. I don't cover it. You can with a damp towel while you're working. It's just not that sensitive. You may find that as you're working won't dry out, but it'll get more moist and you'll have to add a little bit more flour. Gnocchi dough, you'll need, once you get it out of the mixer and put it on a floured surface and you're hand working in more of the all-purpose flour, you'll need a good scraper because this stuff is very sticky and your hands will get covered. So instead of wasting the potato, just get a large handful of flour, and rub it on the dough in your hands like that, and it'll start to peel away, and then you can incorporate that back into your dough pile. So like I said, this is very sticky, and as it should be. You could add blanched spinach or Swiss chard to the mix, and to be quite honest with you, this is my first time making this with potato skins. I'm getting lazier as I get older, and the potato skin has vitamins, minerals in there, so I didn't want to waste it, and I'm too lazy to peel all of those potatoes. I mean, it's a ton. I still have a big colander over there. This is ambitious, this little project. So what can I compare this to? You know, it's about the size of my finger, and it's just like being back in kindergarten, rolling out some Play-Doh logs. And a big pile of flour is absolutely necessary to keep your working surface dusted. And I cut these in approximately 3/4 to an inch sections. Now this could go very fast, especially if you develop a flick where you actually roll your little gnocchis through the flour at the same time as you're cutting them. When I was a child, it was my job to toss them in the pile of flour. So that's that. Now this isn't an absolute necessary step. You pick up a handful of them. It rounds them out a little bit, or you could even elongate them. Some people fork them. I do sometimes. I don't. And this is just a little technique where you roll it and create a little crevice, and this captures more of whatever sauce you decide to put on there. So there they are, lined up on the tray. I get them as close as I can on the floured wax paper, parchment paper. They dry for a few hours, then they get froze. Or you could immediately do the boiling salted water. They only take a few minutes, as most fresh dumplings and pastas do. They come to the top, and you skim them off and drain them in a colander. So this brings me to, let me move the camera, I'll see if I could get in here. This brings me to how you dress a gnocchi out. And it's the American Italians call it gravy, which is a red sauce, and would have meat in it, and typically we would use a Parmigiano Reggiano or a Pecorino to top the plate off. And as I got older and experienced in the family a little bit of different cuisines, the Polish, Slovak, Russian also have the drop potato dumplings, where you just it's on a plate, the dough, the batter is on a plate, and you spoon it off into the boiling water. And they would top theirs with cabbage and butter, cottage cheese, butter, onions. And so I've experimented with the gnocchi dumplings as well, with the pesto and sauteed onions and mushrooms, with the addition of cottage cheese, with the addition of cabbage. But as I was sitting here making these tonight, thinking about all the wonderful potato dishes, it came to mind that when I was a meat eater, that I loved the loaded baked potatoes, and of course it had the bacon and cheese and broccoli, and what can't you add to a potato and make it wonderful. So I was thinking maybe to play around for you meat eaters, a cheese and bacon sauce for over the top of these. And you could even put them in ceramic baking dishes, pie plates, top it off, and bake it and broil it in the oven. So there's more of my Italian peasant cooking. I hope you like my PJ attire and my crazy hair. I didn't even look at it. I don't even know what I look like. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao.